Okay, I wrote a pamphlet here. This will be the pamphlet I'll start to use when I go out on my preaching missions. All right, join a new religious movement, renovationist Christianity. The most important principle of renovationism is you should try to create the best approximation of reality inside your mind using all available evidence. For me, the best starting axiom of renovationist Christianity is to acknowledge that we exist. The best of our evidence suggests that the universe came into existence 13.8 billion years ago, and through an evolutionary process, human beings came into existence about 100,000 years ago. We live in an emergent universe, not in a fallen world. The Bible is worth reading, but only with modern commentary so that a person can separate the true from the false and the interesting from the uninteresting. The Bible is not the Word of God. All of its parts were written long before we have had the evidence of the modern error. I think it's worded right. Christianity is a logically consistent religion, but some of the principles that it was founded upon have turned out to be wrong. Jesus did exist, and there is strong evidence that he sacrificed his life for a greater good, as many others have before and after him. Jesus was no more special than any of them. It is reasonable to believe in an all-loving God who is interested in our futures, but it is also reasonable to believe that God has never communicated to anyone. People just believe that God has, since the evidence they bring when matched against the psychology of the human mind suggests all of them were wrong. Some surely were lying, as they desired to start a cult they would be in charge of. No miracle has ever happened that does not have an explanation in science or the laws of probability. Jesus was not resurrected. We know this because it violates an axiom of biology. We should separate our loyalties from our search for truth. It can be good to do the rituals of your mother's religion, or for some reason, some other religion. Or for good reason, some other religion. So you can be part of that group and honor our best understandings from the past. But do it for that reason, not because you actually believe it. Too many uses of the word reason there, I guess, but whatever. I finish it like this. Due to recent evidence, I speculate that God created the universe using simple initial conditions and simple underlying rules that emerge as the laws of physics. The complexity that is created is so incredible that even God does not know what is going to happen. God does not know the future any more than we do. Since God is time, among other things, I suppose, God cannot be outside of time. Watch, for example, Steve Wolfram's October 2023 TED Talk video. Finally, a message to our religious leaders. I know many of you believe much of the above, as so many of you hint at it without directly saying so. I know you feel trapped. Running a church is overall a good thing, but you dare not say what you actually think because of the chaos it can cause. In my opinion, now is the time to tell the truth. Start telling your congregation what you actually believe, but don't quit your job. In time, people who think like us will take over the churches. We'll become a pope, and we will take the power away from those who enjoy forcing people to believe things that are false and changing the minds of those who do it out of misguided loyalty. To join this religious movement, start thinking about these ideas and then talk about them. To believe in God is to consider all other people who have lived, who are living, and who will live in all your decision making as much as you possibly can. Being good can be hard. Be good anyway. Written by Paul Groh, July 5th, 2024 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. My cell phone number is 610-457-1118. Please text. Check out my terrible YouTube channel where I've spent over a year putting these ideas together and explaining why I'm doing it. The symbol I use is a hammer because a hammer can be used to build, to tear down, and to renovate. Well, there it is, guys. That's going to be the pamphlet that I'm going to start using when I go out pamphleting and preaching on the streets.